Hey, Jack here at the campsite, and today we're looking at the GEERTOP two-person tent. This is a pretty neat outdoor camping tent that fits up to 2 people, and full disclosure, it was sent to me for free for an honest review. In just a moment, I'll open it up, set it up here on the site, and talk about why I think it's a solid option for those looking for a tent to go camping. Let's check it out. So one of the key features of the tent is how small and lightweight it is. Now, it's made specifically for backpacking, and you can see just how small the bag is and how lightweight it is. So for those backpacking who need shelter, but also need to keep weight to a minimum, this is a really solid option. So I'm gonna unzip the bag. You've got everything you need to set up the tent. It's nice and packaged in another little strap here. So this is all nice and contained, and we can set the bag to the side. The bag actually has the instruction sheet sewn into it, which is really nice. So you're not gonna lose that. You don't have to worry about it coming out. So we'll set the bag down, and then we'll go ahead and unclip the roll here and start rolling this out. Be sure not to lose the strap. We'll set that with the bag. And then inside here, we've got the main tent itself, your poles right here, your stakes in another baggie, and then the rain cover and all of that. So let's go ahead and get the tent set up. We'll go ahead and take the top of the tent and set this aside for now. And so there's a quick shot of the top of the tent. You can see just how breathable the mesh material is. The whole thing is pretty much mesh. Now, obviously, we're gonna be covering it with the rain guard in just a moment. Real quick, here's the pole bag. We'll pull out the poles for the first time. They're wrapped in plastic. We'll set the pole bag in the tent bag, and then you can start assembling the poles nice and easy. Here's an idea of just how easy it is to click the poles together. Just like so. We'll pop this in there. We'll go ahead and set that down by the tent. And so if you see there, I fully extended the poles and have them laid in an X formation. Now we're gonna start feeding them into the tent itself. Now just go slow, be careful not to force anything, and take your time. The plastic clips are really easy to use, and so we'll just clip them onto the tent poles like that. And then you'll insert the bottom of the pole into the metal circle there on the bottom of each of the corners. And then from there, you're just gonna go ahead and push, and the tent will start coming up. Start on one side, and we'll move to the other side. All right, and push, push, boom. And then just like that, it's that simple. It already looks like a tent. You can see already just how breathable the tent is. Nice zippers, entrances on both sides. We've got the nice mesh on the inner tent. Dual zippers on each of the doors, which are really nice. And even with one person, it was no problem to put up. For the next step, we're gonna take the fly sheet or rain guard and attach it to the outside of the inner tent. Now, before I put the fly sheet or the rain guard on, I wanna show you how easy it is to keep these doors open. So you can go ahead and open them up like this with the dual zippers. And then you actually just go ahead and roll the door like so. Try to get it as uniform as you can. Roll it up, and there are 2 ties right here on the inside that goes around like this. And you go ahead and slot it in like so, and it holds there. And then same with this one, you slot it in and it holds there, which is a really nice and convenient touch. And again, it is on both sides, so you can easily keep both doors open if you need to. Now, real quick, inside the tent, there is a really nice storage pouch on both sides. So there's one on the top there and the other one on the other side of the tent. So for one camper or 2, you both can have a little storage pouch. We'll tie the top of the tent to our poles like so, and I'll close the door before we put on our fly guard, and we'll just go ahead and throw it over the tent. And you do want to make sure you align it so that the openings for the doors are on either side, obviously where the doors are. And so once you have the fly sheet attached, each of the corners has these backpack style clips. You're gonna go ahead and clip them on like so, and they can be adjusted as well to keep the tension. And then just make sure they're all nice and snug. And you can see with the nice waterproof fly sheet installed, we do get a lot of great rain cover, and we still have easy access to our doors right here. Now, one thing I really like is these Velcro adjustable vents, which keep up the corners of the fly sheet here to make sure that you get some rain cover, but also air coming through. One of the final steps is to open up our tent stake bag, which includes all the stakes that we need, but it also includes some tent ropes to further secure the tent to the ground. Now, when you pound in the stakes, make sure you use something strong like a hammer, and also make sure that you angle them in a proper way, that the tent pulls up on them like this and not like this, as the latter will cause the wind to pull the stake right out of the ground. So always angle toward the tent with the string coming like that, as close to a right angle as possible. We'll go ahead and start here, and we'll go on the opposite side. And of course, don't forget to stake down all 4 corners of the tent itself. Now at this time, we'll take the remaining stakes and the tent rope to further secure the tent. You can see I went ahead and tied the tent rope to that top loop there. Don't use the bottom loop. The bottom loop is actually to hold the outer door back. You can see how I did that here on this side if you want to pull away the fly screen to be able to enter the tent, or if it's just a breezy day and you want to keep the air going through the tent. Now, one thing that's a really nice feature of this tent is the vestibule. That's kind of the space between the inner tent and the outer tent with this rain guard or fly sheet. And it's really great for storing shoes or anything dirty or smelly or camping equipment. And I'll show you the other one on the other side. And so you can see the whole vestibule here, which is what's covered by the rain guard on the outside of the door of the tent. And it's really easy to zip it open. You can see there's plenty of other space for the other person on the other side. Now at the top of the tent, there is a little lanyard hook, which is really nice to keep the tent lit up at night. And you can see it's pretty roomy, perfectly suitable for 2 people here. There's plenty of room. Like I said, you've got both storage pouches, and I love just how breathable it is, especially with this inner tent. You can see just how much air and space and breathable room there is. The vent on the top is such a really nice touch. And with the ability to keep the doors open in breezy summer days, especially in warmer weather, you're able to just get some great circulation through here, which is really nice as well. Even for 2 adults, there's plenty of room. You might even be able to fit a 3rd child in here if you wanted to be extra cozy. But considering how lightweight and compact the tent is and easy it is to carry, I feel there's plenty of room for what you're getting. Now, you've seen what this side of the rain guard or fly sheet looks like. Let me show you what the other side looks like. It's actually a little different. So on the other side, there's zippers on both sides, which allows you to pull this whole thing out and kind of treat it as like a roof awning, which if you had some extra poles, you could kind of stick the poles there to make it come out like a roof, or in most cases, just roll it up in the center, and I'll show you what that looks like now. And you can see this allows for plenty of room and ventilation on this side of the tent, as well as the ability to conveniently store away the door piece and still have the sides of the rain guard or the fly sheet staked into the ground. Now I've got my trusty co-camper and helper here to show us just how well the fly sheet or rain guard handles moisture. Go ahead. And we'll take a look at the water. You can see how quickly it beads and just runs right off, showing you just how well the waterproofing and the moisture resistant works on this outer layer. So definitely if you plan on camping in the rain or you want privacy, you're gonna wanna install this outer layer for sure, but no problem whatsoever keeping you dry, even on wetter days. Now I'll show you just how quick and easy it is to take down the tent. Do be sure to make sure that the tent, fly shield, and stakes are all clean and dry before wrapping them back up and stowing them in the carry bag. And to keep them nice, I'm gonna wipe the stakes off with a tissue before I put them away. And last but not least, we're gonna fold up the tent itself, as well as the fly tarp, and get it wrapped up and put in the bag. Stuff it all back in the bag, and you're ready to move on to your next campsite. All things considered, I think this GEERTOP 2-person tent is a really solid option. I love how lightweight it is, and I love that it's specifically designed for backpacking. It's super convenient and easy to carry. It's waterproof, it's great for 2 people. And if you're in the market, I hope this video helped your purchase decision. Thanks so much for watching.